guys, it's Chrissie and welcome back to another speed build. So this is actually a build that I did more than a month ago. I did this right after the Caribbean update, free update for The Sims 4 came out. And I was really inspired by a build that I saw Standing Simmer do. And she built this really cute beach house, and yeah, it was just a style that I've never attempted myself. So yeah, she just really inspired me to have a go at it, and it just fit in perfectly with the Caribbean patch that we got. So yeah, I just decided to have some fun with this build and just try stuff that I haven't done before. And this was actually, I started this right after, or I think more at the end of that big building rut that I was in, where I was taking a tiny bit of a break from YouTube and not uploading as much, and just taking some time for myself. But yeah, so when I started this, I hadn't built in, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks or something, where I didn't do any builds, any new builds anyway. And yeah, I just had so much fun with this build, and I've been wanting to share it ever since. Like I said, I recorded this footage on the 23rd of August. Yeah, on the 23rd of August. So more than a month ago now. And I have no idea why it's taken me this long to get it out. I mean, the footage has just been sitting in my recorded folder for, as I said, months basically. And yeah, I don't know why the voiceover kind of like made me so like anxious to record the voiceover for so long. I mean, it's not like it's 40 minutes long, it's only like 22 minutes. And I mean, I don't need to talk for the whole time. If I can't talk for like 22 minutes, I don't have to. But yeah, I don't know why it freaked me out that much. But yeah, I just decided to hell with it. I'm recording this voiceover right now because I've been sitting on this build for so long and I really love it. It's one of my favorite builds. So yeah, I just thought I would share it with you guys. But yeah, since I did build this so long ago, I can't really remember everything that I did. I know I have a vague idea of what the build turned out like and what my thought process was when I did this, but yeah, like I said, I can't remember any specifics or anything. But yeah, it was definitely very much inspired by that Caribbean update that we got, so I know that I used a lot of the items from that, including the ceiling fans. But yeah, so this is a 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom house, and it's built on a 30 by 20 lot on the island in Windenburg. And at the end of, when I'm done with the build, it turned out to be almost 177,000 simoleons. So yeah, it's definitely not a budget build. I don't know, I haven't been doing a lot of budget builds recently. And I think that's just because, because of that building rut that I was in. When I came back to building and when I started building again, I just wanted to have fun because I had so many ideas, from taking a break. I don't know if you guys have ever done this before and you've noticed this yourself, but whenever I take, breaks from The Sims where I just play other games for a while, or I decide, okay, well, for this week, the whole week, or maybe even like just 2 or 3 days, I'm not going to go into The Sims 4, or I'm not going to build at all. I'm just going to avoid that completely to just recharge and get my creative batteries working again. But yeah, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but whenever I do that, I always end up with 70,000 ideas by the end of whatever that week or those 3 days or whatever. And yeah, I just end up with 70,000 ideas that I just want to do all at the same time. So I end up doing them, and then it takes me like a month to 2 months to get all of the footage out. And yeah, so that's why there haven't been a lot of budget builds, because when I do that, when I do get that really big urge to just build and keep building, I don't really want to restrict myself, especially when it's right after especially when it's right after a time where I was kind of bored with building. So coming back to it, I didn't want to do something that would limit my creativity, if that makes sense. That's basically the point that I was getting at in a really long-winded way. Yeah, I just didn't want to do budget builds recently. I haven't been wanting to do budget builds recently, since I don't know if it's like this for everyone, but for me, I always feel really restricted when I try and do a budget build, especially if I'm not in the mood for it. Sometimes I do get in the mood to do a restricted packs build, or I get the inspiration to do a restricted packs build, or a budget home or something like that. But yeah, those cases are very few and far in between. So yeah, but I never said I was much of a budget builder anyway, so what do you expect? But yeah, so as I said, this was inspired by a beach house idea, that beach house build that Standing Simmer did. I'll link her video down below if I can remember. I will try really hard to remember to link that video down below. But yeah, like I said, it was months ago that she did it by now. But yeah, I hope you guys like this build. I don't know, as I said, it was just so much fun having fun with the new items, and I tried a lot of different things in this build. Like, I don't think I've ever done that kind of like open archway, half wall separating thing in a build where the rooms are kind of open plan but also kind of not. And the fencing that I did outside, that I do in at the end, or more at the end to the video, I ended up using like a fencing, I guess you could call it a technique or a style or something, that Sim Kim actually does a lot in her builds, where she layers fences to make new fences, or just more detailed fences. And that's something that I've always admired from her builds, is how interesting she can make her fences look. I mean, of all the things that you would think could be interesting about a build, I never thought you could make a fence look interesting. But yeah, she managed that, and I tried to use some of the same ideas. I hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think about it anyway. But yeah, I don't know when this video is going out exactly. I'm thinking of having this go up on Friday. So yesterday you will have seen the apartment renovation that I did for my Rebuilding San Myshuno project, and in that I did mention that I'm recording a bunch of voiceovers on the same day and everything, just because the rest of the week, or I'm recording this on Wednesday for context, but the rest of the week is probably going to be really busy. So I don't know if I will have the time or the energy to record voiceovers for the rest of this week and for the start of next week. So I just decided, no, even with just having like less than 3 hours of sleep, I just decided I'm just going to do this, since I have like, how many builds do I have? I have this one, I have the apartment, I have a community lot for a really fun group collab that's coming up tomorrow. And yeah, just going off on a tangent, that collab is between, I organized it, and it's a filling up Newcrest. So myself and 14 other really talented simmers have decided to come together, and we're filling up Newcrest with all of our own builds. So it's basically split into 3 areas, Newcrest. And at the top we have the budget homes, or budget family homes, something on a budget, not necessarily a starter budget, but some more medium to moderate homes or cheaper homes. And then in the left corner, the bottom left corner, where we have the bigger lots, where we have a kind of like mansion, expensive mansion, large family home neighborhood. So that's where you will have all your expensive family homes, big family homes and stuff like that. And then on the right side, that long strip with the straight lots. Oh, sorry. we actually have the community strip. So that will be 5 community lots. So yeah, there are 15 of us in total, you know, 5 budget homes, 5 mansions, and 5 community lots. So that will be going up tomorrow. I know a few people have streamed their building of the builds that they're doing for the collab. I know not everyone has a YouTube channel, but yeah, stay tuned for that tomorrow. I will leave everyone's links and their Twitters and their Twitch pages and YouTubes and stuff, all of that stuff in that video description if you guys want to check that out. I'm actually building a community lot for that one, so that's really interesting. I haven't done a community lot in quite a while, and it's going to be a spa and a gym. I guess I can tell you guys that. But yeah, it's going to be a spa and gym, and yeah, that'll be coming up tomorrow. But basically, before I got off on the tangent, I was telling you guys that I had, the apartment build finished. I had this build finished for like a month. I have 2 other builds that are for my, save project that I'm working on. I have 2 creator sims done. I have 2 Sims 2 videos done that I just need to do voiceovers for. And I think I have another build done that I can't remember right now. But yeah, so I basically have like 6 videos at the, minimum of 6. Yes, no, 7. 7 if you're counting the community lot tomorrow. Yeah, so I have like 7 videos ready that I just need to do voiceovers for. So I'm going to try and do quite a few of those today to, have some content for you guys and have them go up. Otherwise, they'll be sitting in my folder for probably another month, since, yeah, a lot of them have been sitting there for at least 3 weeks. Yeah, I think except for the one that's going up tomorrow, the community lot, the other ones have been sitting there for 2 to 3 weeks already. And yeah, there comes a point when you have footage where if you pass like 2 months or so, then I don't think I'm going. If I pass 2 months on footage where I haven't uploaded it, I don't think I ever will, because at that point I think you've lost interest in that build. You've forgotten everything about it first off, and yeah, I just don't. The odds are that at that point, if I haven't uploaded it, there's something about it that I don't like. So yeah, that's just, I don't want that to happen to all of those builds, since I do love all of them and I really want to share them with you guys. The Sims 2 ones especially, they're for a neighborhood that I'm working on in The Sims 2. In The Sims 2, like, you had create a world in The Sims 3. In The Sims 2, you could create neighborhoods and stuff. So I'm working on like a neighborhood file for you guys. But in that, I have a really specific idea for, the story behind the neighborhood. And those 2 builds are 2 really small, very similar cottages that I built, and they're actually right next to each other, and they're meant to look very similar. But yeah, I'll tell you guys more about those whenever I upload them. But yeah, so for this house, as I said, it is a 4-bedroom house. So we've done the master bedroom already. We've done the toddler's room, the child's room, and we're working on the teenager's bedroom right now. And yeah, I tried to keep the whole house's color scheme very light. Lots of blues, lots of light blues, and some yellows and greens. And yeah, the teenager's room has some purple in it as well, some purple and light pinks. Since, I don't know, I just wanted to keep the house, I just wanted the house to have a very beachy, summery kind of, seaside coastal vibe, basically. And yeah, I just really like the way it turned out. I wanted it to fit with the exterior of the house, and the exterior is very light. It has all blue siding, I think, if I remember right. Yeah, I think I used darker blue shingles and light blue siding, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, so the house has an overall very light and airy, feel to it. And I did cut out doing the layout and the bathrooms. I normally cut those out anyway, so yeah, they're probably not the most uninteresting parts of the build anyway, and you get to see the layout at the end in the screenshots anyway. I did a fly-through tour of this build, but obviously I still include screenshots of the layout of the builds, just so you guys can see where all the rooms are, or stuff like that. I always find that super useful when I watch a build and I see something. Well, when I watch a build, I like seeing the screenshots of the layout, or the person do the layout on camera, since I don't know about you guys, but I always find it really hard to do floor plans and to come up with floor plans that, you're not doing the same one in every single build that you do. So seeing other people do it and, getting inspiration from, oh, so I can make, this shape of room actually look good. Or, I never thought about putting, let's say a study next to a kitchen, for example. Those are probably really stupid examples, but you get what I mean. It's always really helpful to see another person's take on it. So I do always include screenshots of that, and I think I did show you in the fly-through tour, I think I do show you guys at least one of the bathrooms. I think I might have shown you all of them. As I said, recorded this like a month ago, so I can't really remember what I did, if I'm honest, but I do know I show you at least one of the bathrooms, and they're all basically exactly the same anyway. I usually use the exact same plumbing and flooring and wallpapers in all of my bathrooms in my builds. Basically I make it unique to every build, or I try to make it as unique as possible in every build. But yeah, I won't be putting like a blue bathroom with blue flooring and wallpaper on the bottom floor, and then a green one on the second floor, and a yellow one on the second floor as well. If one of them is blue, chances are all the other ones are going to be blue as well. I think that's just more realistic, since, I don't know about you guys, but I've never lived in a house where you had blue tiles in one, and then maybe like beige tiles in the other one, and orange tiles or something like that. Usually they're all very consistent with what they have in them, except if they've been remodeled, then they might be slightly different. But yeah, I don't think you would have any radical color changes in a bathroom of all places. But yeah, so that's basically everything about the build, I think. Yeah, I remember when this, so there's something I wanted to tell you guys. When I built this house, obviously when I went to do the fly-through, I wanted, and obviously for the thumbnail and everything, for the thumbnail screenshot and stuff, I wanted it to be a specific time of day, since, some builds can look really horrible if you take a screenshot of it in the wrong time of day. It can, the wrong lighting can ruin a screenshot completely, especially if you want it for like a thumbnail or something. So if you have UI cheats extensions, the mod, you can actually right click on the time in game and change the time. But if you do that, you'll just need to, you can do it once, and then you need to cheat up your Sims' needs, because obviously their needs will decay. So yeah, basically I forgot to do that, and I cheated the time, I think 2 or 3 times. I changed between times to get the perfect lighting, and I usually build with Sims on the lot to change the lighting colors as I go. So yeah, I forgot about the whole, oh, their needs will decay and they might actually die part of it. And yeah, they both died, so I got the whole game over screen. And obviously I couldn't do anything at that point. I just had to exit to the map view. So I did that, and I went to move another family into the house and found that the house was unfurnished. So yeah, I spent like I think 3 hours or something furnishing this house, and then it was just all gone. And I had just saved before I before they died. Not before they died, actually. I think the game automatically saves if they die, but either way, the save file was basically screwed since I couldn't bring them back and I couldn't get the furniture back, and at that point I hadn't uploaded the lot to the gallery to save it or anything. I usually do that last, after I've taken the screenshots and everything, to make sure that, you know, I haven't missed anything, or that, you know, everything is in the right place and all of that. You know, if I want to make some last minute changes off camera, I can do that and have it be in the gallery version. But yeah, so I hadn't uploaded the lot to the gallery. I couldn't, you know, replace it with a furnished version. So at that point I had a little bit of a mini freak out, since, you know, we had a lot, it was done, I just didn't have any furnishing, so I was kind of dying inside. But yeah, so I went on, you know, Google and tried to find a way to revert my save, and luckily I managed to revert the save to a previous version before I cheated the time. And yeah, luckily the build was still furnished and everything, so I immediately uploaded it to the gallery to save it in case something like that happened again. But yeah, luckily the second time around I was, you know, I remembered to keep an eye on their needs so they didn't die. But yeah, we're basically at the end of the build. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you're new to the channel, feel free to give it a like, a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And remember to hit the notification bell to be notified of every time I upload. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this build. If you have any build suggestions or ideas, leave them in the comments down below. I love hearing from you guys. And yeah, I hope you're having an awesome day, and I will talk to you all in my next video. Bye everyone!